to my first video. I've been getting a lot of requests about how I curl my hair, so I decided to show you with the video. So this is my hair. I just washed it last night before I went to bed, and I pretty much blow dried it halfway. So I haven't straightened it, I just brushed it out this morning. And I find that usually my hair curls the best if I wash it at night, sleep on it, and curl it the next day, as opposed to curling it right after a fresh wash. So this is the curling wand that I use. It's by Remington, and I got it from Target a few years ago, but I was there recently and I know that they still have it. And I like it because it's wider at the bottom and thinner at the top, so I like the type of curl that it gives my hair. And then I'll show you guys what products I use at the end of the video for the next day and the third and fourth day to make my hair look fresh. But for just curling it, I don't really use any products. I don't like putting product in my hair because it makes my hair oily after a couple days, and then I feel like if I want to brush it out and smooth the curls, it's a little stiff. So first thing I do is I brush my hair out so it's not all tangled. So I'm going to start with the bottom layers first, and then we'll work our way through to the top. So I start with about, I would say, an inch and a half of hair, and I take the wand and put it over my head, and everything that's around my face I curl back so that it's not curling into my face. I just like the way that it looks better, but you can do it the other way if you want. And I just wrap it around and I leave the tip straight. So if you want to get more of a casual or beachy wave, you can leave the tip straight, and if you leave even more, then it's more of a wave rather than a curl. So I leave about, I would say, I don't know how much that is, 2 or 3 inches, and I just curl it for about 10 seconds. So it kind of leaves a little bit straight. If you wanted to have more of a formal look, you would curl all the way around the curling iron so that the tip isn't straight. So sometimes I'll do that, like if I go to a wedding or something and I want it to be a little more formal. So then I alternate directions. So since I curled away from my face, now I'm gonna curl towards my face. And that just gives it more texture when it's all done, and so they're not all, the curls aren't all facing the same way. Okay, so now that the first layer is all curled, I'm gonna do one more layer, the middle section, and then we'll do the top last. So same thing, I split the rest of my hair in half now. And if you don't have very thick hair, you actually don't have to do 3 layers, you can do 2 or just 1, but my hair's pretty thick, so if I want to actually get it all curled, I have to break it out into sections. So again, I take the front section and I curl it away from my face. But now I'm in calm waters, you hold down my drown. I thought I couldn't be without you, but I'm flying above ground. You and I in calm waters, come as fast as they go. Okay, so the second layer is done. And the curls don't have to be perfect. Some of them might be more curled, some might be less, but that's what gives it a good, more natural, wavy look. So now I'm gonna do the last section, just the top. So this is where you want to set your part. I usually just do mine down the middle because my hair kind of naturally parts that way anyways. And I always start at the front and I work my way towards the back because depending how the front turns out, that's how I'll curl the rest of it. So if the front turns out a little bit more curly, if I leave it too long or something, Then I can make the top layer a little bit more curly all the way around the back so it matches. And I always curl again away from my face so that it frames my face rather than curling like over my eyes. And then I always start at this side and I always work my way around that way for no particular reason, just because that's how I got used to doing it. So for the front also, I always curl the first two sections towards the back so it frames my face a little bit better, and then I'll alternate after that. So you can see it, the first one that I did away from my face, and then this one I also curl away from my face. And I usually leave it for about 10 seconds for each section so that it gets a good curl. It gets nice and hot, but it doesn't get too curly, because the longer you leave it, obviously the curl is going to be a little bit stronger. So now I'm going to alternate and go away from my face. I like doing this hairstyle because it'll last me 3 or 4 days. And so with the kids and stuff, I don't always have time every morning. Usually I have like 15 minutes to get ready. So, you know, if you curl your hair and it lasts for 4 days, it's good because you always look put together, even though you really only do your hair like once or twice a week, which is awesome. So usually if I do my hair like this, like today is Wednesday, I'll wash it again either Saturday night or Sunday morning. And sometimes I can make it to Monday, depending on what I do. And so I almost feel like they look better, the curls look better on the second day after you sleep on them because they're a little bit looser and more wavy. And then by the 3rd and 4th day, sometimes I'll brush it out and it'll just be wavy. And just add a little bit of dry shampoo and it kind of freshens it up. And then I'm going to curl this next section away from my face also, since it's the front section. I've been doing this hairstyle for so long that I can literally curl my hair in 10 minutes or less. So if you practice, you can get it down to where you're not spending so much time, yet it looks like maybe you did. That's why I love this hair wand, because you can turn it up to 410 degrees, which I don't know how good that is for your hair, but it's not like you're styling it every single day or curling it every single day, so I don't think it's that bad. But if you turn it all the way up, it will hold a really good curl.
Do you even miss me sometimes? I want to be the one that without you be alone. Want to be the one that you will never let go.
Okay, so it's all curled. So now I like to run my finger through it while it's still a little bit warm, just so that it doesn't stay too curly. And then some of these pieces that I don't like, if they're too curly and they don't stay, just kind of pull on them and smooth them out a little bit. I also like to run my fingers through it so that it breaks up the curls a little bit so they're not individual. It's more blended together. So you can see it's more wavy and it gets straighter at the bottom, and then it's kind of framed around my face. So especially if you have some layers in the front, it gets nice and framed. And I don't really put any product in it on the first day just because I like how soft it is, and the curling iron is really good, so your curls should stay all day. And then I usually use the product. So that's it, 10-minute beach waves that'll last you for a few days. And then I said I was going to share some of the products that I use. So after about day 2 or 3, when my roots start getting a little bit oily, or if I feel like it needs a little bit more texture, I'll use this dry shampoo by Suave. I think that's how you say it, Suave. And you can literally get it anywhere. Target, Fred Meyer, anywhere that has, you know, shampoos and stuff. and I love it. It's like $3, and I actually saw it on somebody's YouTube channel that rated a bunch of dry shampoos, and this was their favorite, and I love it. It works really, really well. And so when I need to give my hair a little bit of texture, get rid of the oils, I'll just spray a little bit like on the roots, underneath. Obviously I just wash my hair, so I don't need a lot. I normally put a lot more than this. And then I'll put a little bit on the top, and I kind of just run my fingers through. You can see it's already giving it a little bit more texture. Just freshen up your curls a little bit. And then if it's raining or I want my curls to stay a little bit better, I'll use this Tresemme hairspray. And I like it because it doesn't make your hair too stiff, even though it says this is the ultra fine mist. And so it doesn't make your hair really stiff, and it works really well. And again, you can get it at any department store, Fred Meyer, Safeway, anything like that. Well, thank you for watching, and hopefully you can use this video and get your hair looking good in 10 minutes. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.